Chargé d'Affaires, European Union Delegation to India. Shri Debatosh Manna, Member Services, Digital Communications Commission, Government of India. Shri Subodh Kumar Gupta, Director General, Telecom, Department of Telecommunications, Government of India. Shri Prahlad Kumar Sinha, Member Finance, Digital Communications Commission, Government of India. Mr. Luis Orque Romero, Director General, European Telecommunications Standards Institute, ETSI. Distinguished guests and dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, namaskar and a very good morning to all of you. There are indeed no parallels to that euphoric feeling which brims your hearts with those overwhelming emotions and a triumphant sense of joy, pride, glory, and magnificence when you witness your organization grow and scale greater heights of success with your sincere hard work, perseverance, and relentless determination. Today, we Sidottians are definitely experiencing that unmatched delight and high-spirited enthusiasm. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to yet another important day in the history of our organization when our dear CDOT turns 35 today. This day, when we gear up to enter into the 36th year of inexorable national service, has really been made more memorable and special with the gracious presence of our distinguished guests and dignitaries who have so kindly accepted our invitation to grace this occasion with their esteemed presence. As the progenitor of the indigenous telecom revolution in the nation, Center for Development of Telematics, CDOT, an autonomous R&D center of the Department of Telecommunications, Ministry of Communications, Government of India, since its inception on 25th August 1984, has always been at the forefront of cutting-edge research and innovation with the prime objective of serving every nook and cranny of the nation. Our profound zeal and burning passion to capture the unfathomable dimensions of the vast telecom firmament has been unrelenting all through these years, wherein we have continuously endeavored to align our research initiatives with the overarching objectives of national development. An organization with a strength of approximately 900 engineers from the renowned institutions of the nation stands testimony to a diverse product portfolio, spanning a wide array of technologies that include switching and routing, optical communication, wireless technologies, network security, and a host of other telecom software applications, including the machine-to-machine communications, Internet of Things, 5G, and big data analytics, wherein we have developed our indigenous state-of-the-art solutions and transferred them to a number of manufacturers, thus enabling the evolution of indigenous telecom manufacturing ecosystem in the nation. With a rich and varied experience in addressing the specific connectivity needs of both urban and rural India, CDOT reaffirms its steadfast commitment towards realizing the dreams of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, by playing a pivotal role in the prestigious missions of the Government of India that include the Digital India, the BharatNet, the Make in India, the Smart Cities, and many others that will ultimately lead to the creation of New India. We would also have the unique privilege of the gracious presence of Shri Sanjay Shamrao Dhotre, Honorable Minister of State for Communications, Electronics and Information Technology, and Human Resource Development, Government of India, who shall be joining us shortly. We also have the pleasure of gracious company of Mr. Richard Homer, British Deputy High Commissioner, Karnataka, and eminent speakers from around the world. We express our sincere thanks and gratitude to all our guests and dignitaries representing the government, the technical consortia, industry, press, media, and academia. Not only in Delhi, CDOT's 36th Foundation Day is being celebrated with great fanfare, fervor, and enthusiasm in our office at Bengaluru too. We'll stay connected with our guests and colleagues at Bengaluru via our video conferencing setup. Let me take this opportunity to exchange our best wishes and warm greetings with our friends at Bengaluru. We are thankful to our guests at Bengaluru that include our trusted vendors, customers, and manufacturers for their gracious presence at the event. The event will witness a 2-day conference on the future of telecom technologies and one M2M, the global standards for IoT M2M, that is being organized by CDOT and ETSI under the aegis of European Union-funded project on India-EU cooperation on ICT-related standardization, policy and legislation in association with Telecommunications Standards Development Society India, TSTSI. It's a well-established tradition in CDOT to welcome our guests with the potted saplings. That symbolizes our commitment towards making our dwelling, Mother Earth, more clean and green. In sync with that green spirit, I would now like to request Mr. Vipin Tyagi, Executive Director CDOT, to formally welcome His Excellency Raymond Margus, Chargé d'Affaires, European Union Delegation to India. We extend a very warm welcome to you, sir. Shri Debatosh Manna, Member Services, Digital Communications Commission, Government of India. We extend a very warm and hearty welcome to you, sir. Shri Subodh Kumar Gupta, Director General Telecom, Department of Telecommunications, Government of India. We welcome you, sir. Shri Prahlad Kumar Sinha, Member Finance, Digital Communications Commission, Government of India. Shri Prahlad Kumar Sinha, Member Finance, Digital Communications Commission, Government of India. We welcome you, sir. Mr. Luis Jorge Romero, Director General, European Telecommunications Standards Institute, ETSI. We welcome you, sir. We once again extend a hearty welcome to all our guests and dignitaries. Let me now call upon Mr. Vipin Tyagi, Executive Director CDOT, to deliver the welcome address and give an introductory brief on the conference.
Good morning, everybody. It is my proud privilege to welcome you to CDOT, Center for Development of Telematics, the premier R&D institution. This is also a temple of technology where we pray for the well-being of everyone. Also, I have a few announcements that, Honorable Minister, our Minister of State is going to join us very soon. He has landed at the airport and he is on way to be here. Also, there are some urgencies that our Minister of Communications, Shri Ravi Shankar Prasad ji, and the Secretary couldn't make it for this because of some very, very urgent, sensitive meetings that are going on right now. Also, we are going to have probably Secretary Telecommunications to join us tomorrow sometime toward the concluding session. And with that, I think we will begin this program. Also, right at the beginning, the mood is a little bit sad in India because of the loss of our former defense minister and former finance minister, late Shri Arun Jaitley ji. But nevertheless, the show must go on, and we should dedicate all our proceedings to our former finance minister. With that, I would really like to welcome everyone here. His Excellency Raymond Magis, Charge d'Affaires, European Union. Sri Manna, Devasis Manna, Member Services. Sri S.K. Gupta, DG Telecom. Professor Harold Haas, who is in UK and going to be delivering there, but he is represented by the British High Commission here for this function. Also Paul Trimmers, Oxford University. Sri P.K. Sinhaji, Member Finance. Senior officers, and I see galaxy of people here. They are the top of the top people from with DOT, BSNL, MTNL, ITI, TCIL, TEPC, TSDSI, ITU. It will not be possible for me to take name of everybody, but I would particularly welcome our guest, Richard Homer, Deputy British High Commissioner, located in Karnataka. Delegate from the various telecom associations. I can see some of those people. I meet them every day almost. CDOT manufacturers and eminent technologists from the field of telecommunications, from people from BIS. Also ever enthusiastic CDOTians, media, press, and all the dignitaries present here. We welcome you to CDOT, and we welcome you to this event. I'm looking forward that everybody who's here should be able to take away some significant technological and social learning with the proceedings that are happening. This is 2 days program, and but I will not dwell in too much into details because everybody is going to talk about this. So welcome to Temple of Technology. As I said, we are getting guidance and support from Department of Telecommunications to bring about the research in new technology, especially our Minister of Communications, Sri Ravi Shankar Prasad. He is very, very passionate about providing the digital empowerment to the people who are actually lowest of the low in income and social strata. You know, another thing which is said is that if something works in India, it will work anywhere. That is because we have the ice-peaked Himalayas. We also have in Tripura the highest rain records. We also have desert of Jodhpur, heavy rains and humidity in Kerala, high density in Chandni Chowk, and a sparsely populated Kutch. The technology has to survive everywhere. So the challenge of the world is represented in almost every way in India. More interestingly, the biggest challenge for the R&D is sweeping changes that are happening. It is not only the deployment scenario and the demographics, but also the technology evolution is becoming very important. So what I've done, briefly, I'm going to touch upon 10 trends that I see coming up, because that is the driving force for the research that we do here. Very quickly, I will not dwell in detail. The transport network, electron is being replaced by photon. So you have optical communication and attempt towards all optical networks coming along. And with the quantum computing, I think this will take another step forward. But the trend is clearly that transport networks are going to be all as much as possible optical. Electrical systems are giving way to the optical systems. Copper-based transport is being replaced by fiber. So, and that provides huge amount of bandwidth. CDOT has already done 200 gigabit per wavelength, 16 terabit transport system for the core, which can work anywhere to anywhere. We have done that in BSNL network. We are going to do that in the RailTel, hopefully, very soon. So, and we are finding that as of now, the capacities in the fiber are not being filled by the, in the core as of now. But very soon, this will actually change. Routing and switching of packets, actually the flexibility of routing was key when we talked about the internet. And internet, you did not know where the packets will go from which place to which place. So routers became the backbone for routing the packets. Now it is changing with the low latency, flexible and dynamically configurable networks, so that we can have the SDN kind of connectivity, where we know pretty much that the traffic has to go in this direction. And then that is what is changing the landscape of packets. Also OTN, and then DWDM packetization is all changing. It means that the routing has to reduce, and the configurations have to change more and more. The software-defined networks are going to take a central place. Then another thing which is very interesting, which you see in biological systems, as already existing, is the control plane and data plane is separate. And now separation of the control plane and data forwarding is actually also allowing a lot of new things to be done very fast. Li-Fi and Wi-Fi getting into the mainstream. I see in the relevance of India, this is a very big change that we are seeing as of now. CDOT has led in a certain sense, because Wi-Fi, which used to be indoor, is now becoming an instrument of connectivity of villages, of the clusters, of all the 20 kilometers away, beamforming, segmentation. All that is resulting into huge amount of traffic possibilities over the network outdoor. 3 gigabit per second with Wi-Fi 6, practically speaking, it will be more. I'm sure we are going to learn that. Is already, you will see in the exhibition outside. The Li-Fi prototypes now are going to get into the large scale Li-Fi deployment, and there is a marriage possible of Wi-Fi and Li-Fi. It's there on the cards. When I went to IEEE plenary, actually I brought up this issue, and already now I hope you will hear from Dorothy. She's going to take on Wi-Fi 6, where we are going on this. Also, the workflows based on sensors and actuators is becoming something that used to happen in very advanced factories. It's going to happen in the society, public utilities. Everything that automation through sensorization and automation through automated information collection is becoming main course. So from interactive to autonomous is the change that I see. Also, the cognition is taking the central stage. Logical expression and the analytics, which was meant for human being, is actually getting into the machine learning domain, and intelligence is giving away to the cognition. The smart is giving away to the learning. Analytics is now will be opinionated in inferences by a machine. So machine will argue with you as to what you are doing is wrong, and then you have to argue back, no, you don't understand. So that dialogue, in certain sense, it will be very interesting to see how it evolved. Machine to fulfill the ambitions is what we were using, larger machines, and now the ambitious machines is what we are seeing as of now. Collaboration of experimental human learning is so collectively we are more wise than any individual. That's what we say. The big database learning is going to be more wiser than collective learning of the people involved. Is another question that we are seeing, a human-oriented to humanity-oriented ethical artificial intelligence cognitive systems. And again, IEEE has taken a big role in terms of defining the ethics for the autonomous systems. Security, I think safety is where we began, and then we became secure and safe. Security by policy has given way to the security by design. And now the functional dominance of the system is actually getting into security dominance. It means that I can sacrifice function, but I cannot sacrifice the security. 4G is giving way to 5G very soon, 2020 IMT. Fiber, which was 10 gig, is getting into 100 gig in excess. So in your home, you should expect. CDOT has already launched a 10 gig system for every home. And 40 gig is what we are going to have in another 1 year. hopefully. And 100 gig is where it will actually go to every house and every location in another couple of years. Copper is actually giving way to Wi-Fi, point-to-point, radio, all those things that we are seeing. So the copper is rest in peace. Offline to near real-time to real-time interactive. And so what it means is that the interaction of the machines and with the process is going to be faster than human ever can do. So 1/7 of the second is the reflex time that is of the human being, and that comes out in some milliseconds. So consequently, now you'll have real time. That's what is driving node-based computing to network-based computing with the clouds and edge, and also intelligent, communicative, synergized applications based on cognition is the way for applications coming along. Hardware is, was a grand improvement which is happening to the commoditization, and physical identity to virtual identity. Social collaboration is becoming, changing a lot of things, exclusion of communities because technical people and other people were different. Now everybody is same, inclusive global society, local communities to global communities, local ecology to global collaboration, role of experience is now a role of creativity and energy, optimal use of resources to save the planet. So these are the 10 trends that I have picked up for our research. Of course, there are many things that we will learn from everybody from the deliberation and try to correct ourselves. product being launched today, XGS PON. I will not give too much detail. This is every home with 10 gig is the dream. And satellite means everywhere we should be able to give all the services. Okay? Period. All the services everywhere through satellite. Now, again, debatable. Interoperable set-top box. It means the set-top box, you should be able to take any provider, like your mobile phone, you should be able to use the same set-top box. No walled garden approach. Free, democratic selection of technology. Now, I will not take much time because I will just show you the pictures of the product and name few. So we have optical range, full DWDM, OTN, all the way to access. We have wireless technology, Wi-Fi in balloon, Wi-Fi in bamboo will be interesting. So bamboo Wi-Fi means inside the bamboo we have integrated Wi-Fi because the Wi-Fi towers need not be created. So you put in a pot and you are done with the Wi-Fi. Then we have the PDO for giving coupons. We have LTE advanced. We have NGN where all the routers, switches, gateways, IPD slams, L2 switches, terabit routers, and secure dedicated network. Everything, all full network is available from here, from Also, we have the face recognition application. We have common alert protocol. And I would like to pause here and tell you that in last 2 days, 1 million messages have gone to the people who are getting affected with flood. So I see that a big movement is required globally to have this common alert generated so that we are able to tell people before they hit by the disaster rather than giving them aid later on. So 2-3 level of messaging should happen through the cell broadcast to everybody that flood is possible, flood is going to happen, how much time, and then when to evacuate in the end. So this protocol, again, we have built the first platform and we are trying to kind of bring up a lot of NMSAs and the fault management, all that is there from CDOT. We have WhatsApp of India, Samvad. So our own WhatsApp with backend servers, soft switches, everything designed by CDOT. And also, how can I forget on this day of M2M, the CDOT Common Services Platform, which is compliant with 1M2M. And for which we are actually here. And Pamela has also arrived because of 1M2M. All right. With that, I just wanted to thank once again. I'm sure that such a galaxy of people are here that I'm overwhelmed, and I want to thank you for making it here. Welcome.
Thank you, sir, for your profound analysis of the futuristic aspects of the dynamically evolving telecom landscape. May I now request Mr. Luis Jorge Romero, Director General, European Telecommunications Standards Institute, ETSI, to address the audience on this momentous occasion.
So, good morning, everyone. I think this is a pretty full room today, great audience. First of all, I wanted to thank again my very good friend, Vipin Tyagi, because I think all of this wouldn't have been able to be put together without his cooperation. And also, I wanted to congratulate CDOT on its 35th anniversary. I think it's all that we've seen that Vipin has shown us on the screen of how CDOT is progressing is really impressive, and I think it's a good role model. The conference today is addressing the future of telecom technologies, and of course, 1M2M is part of it. But I think I could have underlined that future of telecom technologies not without standards. Of course, I have to talk about the standards, so that's my role here. And if you could see how things have evolved and how we have evolved in our technology throughout the years, you could say and you would see that standards have been key to this development. And many of those that are saying, well, but if it's standardized, that cannot be innovative. Well, actually, it's to be seen from another perspective. If once the wheel was invented, we have to invent the wheel once and again and again and again, probably progress would have been a little bit slow. Standards is a little bit the same thing. You try to grow the ladder of innovation and climb this ladder through standards. Each standard, each step of technology is giving you the progress to get to the next step. And then you innovate, and then you grow, and then you get to the next step. And in fact of that, this helps you grow innovation, but this helps you get your standards all throughout, or the technology, in fact, all throughout the world. I think it's quite important to see how we have been able, all of a sudden, to get a mobile phone in our pockets, this thing that everybody would say, well, that's normal. Well, it was not so normal when actually CDOT was being created. And if you remember those days, not many people could say, well, here's my phone and I can communicate and what's going on. And of course, we could say, well, this is magic. Well, no, this is standards. This is what standards have really enabled. And the beauty of it is because we live where we live, because this is an ICT connected world. We cannot think of specific geographies, we cannot think of very specific located places where technology just grows and blooms. This is global. And because it is global, we need to have the globe contributing to that. And it's a pleasure being able to create initiatives whereby all interested parties in the world that want to develop a technology can come to work and contribute to standards. This is part of the story that we started with mobile telephony some many years ago, but it is also part of the story of what we started for the Internet of Things. That's 1M2M, that we pushed and kind of kicked off in 2012. There were many initiatives before that, but it was that year when we decided, hey guys, we need to make it all together, let's put things together, let's work together. And it's been great because experts from all geographies have joined, from the US, from South Korea, from Japan, from China, from Europe, of course, but of course from India. And it's been a great pleasure having TSDSI joining as a partner in 1M2M. But it's even been a nicer pleasure having someone like CDOT taking a very, very relevant lead, both in the standards and in the implementation. Because at the end of the day, we don't want just pieces of paper hanging around on our shelves. We really want technology being implemented and being applicable and being used by the world. When we say all interested parties, we are not actually to contribute to standards. We are not actually pointing at, well, the experts, the researchers, the vendors. Well, in fact, everybody is really affected. Research, institutions, of course vendors, of course network operators. We are talking of the Internet of Things. Of course, every single sector that's interested in having their things connected and that want to build up a business model out of that, and that they want their things securely connected. And governments, because there are governments who put some requirements as well to be complied with. Security is many times a government issue. So it's a good opportunity to incorporate and contribute to the standard, but also to support those who are contributing to the standards, to support us poor standards organizations in our way and in our means to convincing people to come together. And for that, again, I probably have to very much greet and thank the European Commission for helping ETSI. Of course in Europe, but all throughout the world, and I think the job that the Indian delegation of the European Commission has been doing here in India, for us it's been very relevant and very helpful. And it's helping us drive this interest in standards, and very particularly in 1M2M, as we will say. And again, I keep on saying contribution to standards, because again, standards are here in order to try and solve specific use cases, try and solve specific issues. If there are no people contributing with these issues, with these use cases, what's the point in having a standard? So the use case is as important as the solution of this use case. This is what we're trying to solve all around 1M2M. We have multitude of cases to try and solve the different very specificities within the Internet of Things in many different sectors, in very different domains. So you could think of e-health or agriculture, or why not traffic conditions, but also from connectivity to security, to access, to reliability of what we are building. All of that needs to be melted in the same pot, and we need to try and build good solutions. Always in a cooperative manner, always all working together to have common solutions. This is what will help us, this is giving us freedom, this is what will help us drive the technology where we need it in a kind of democratic manner. So contributions to standards is basically shaping the way we want to go with technology, shaping our destinies. So here, with that words, I would just want to finish by encouraging every one of you to do your little grain of contribution to standards, because every little grain counts. Every little single contribution is important. So please bear that in mind, keep that in your heads, and I hope to see you all very soon in the different committees, bringing your ideas, bringing your knowledge to try and build this society together. Having said which, I would like to thank you again, all of you, for having me here today, and wish CDOT many, many, many years of very healthy life in what's to come. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for addressing the critical need of standardization in the wider penetration of technology across the diverse communities of the world. May I now request Shri Prahlad Kumar Sinha, Member Finance, Digital Communications Commission, Government of India, to address us all on this eventful day.
A very good morning to all of us, I would say. I think in this wilderness I feel alone. It's all talk about big technology, artificial intelligence, blockchain revolutions, quantum computing, this and that. Anyway, His Excellency, Maggie Charge d'Affaires, European Union delegations, Mr. Romero, Director General ETSI, first of all, I would definitely agree with him. What he says, every contribution counts, and this is for all of us to see. Every contribution counts. I remember a story, a small story, of a boy on seashore. There were millions and millions of crab coming over the seashore, and one small boy trying to throw crab back to the sea. So one person asked the boy, you see, you have millions and millions. Why you are doing this one foolish thing of sending one crab back? The boy didn't say anything. He just picked one crab and threw it to the sea and told him, sir, it may not matter you, but it matters to the crab. And this is what is the job for all of us, as far as technology standards and whatever is concerned. My officers, senior officers from DOT, BSNL, MTNL, and delegates from telecom associations, CDOT, press, and technological thought leaders on the front desk, and the young man on the back. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been given this sheet of paper to just read to you, but I feel always uncomfortable reading something before, this august, intelligent, and interconnected audience. Still, I take this opportunity to congratulate and convey my good wishes to CDOT on its 36th annual day. CDOT is a key contributor in expansion of telecommunication sector. It continues to remain an important constituent of government's policies aimed to bridge the digital divide and promote the indigenous electronic manufacturing industry under the Make in India campaign. There is further an issue of digital inequality and digital divide. And fact remains, which we, in technical field, we should and we must try to address it. It happens that this offline inequality mirrors the online equality. You see, a person in rural India paying the same amount still does not get the services what a person in urban area is getting. This is something is required for all of our, say, policy makers, thinkers, technology thought leaders to think. As far as the government support is concerned, we have always ensured that CDOT does not struggle for any of the resources, particularly financial resources. And still, I think CDOT has a lot to do, lot to contribute. Financial resources comes when there is will. There is will, there is a way. And I just a small couplet from, I think, some people in the front will excuse me for citing this couplet. I think CDOT has got a lot of great potential. And it says, एक चिंगारी तो कहीं से ढूंढ के ले आओ दोस्तों, इस दिए में, यानी CDOT में, इस दिए में तेल से भींगी हुई बाती तो है. I think CDOT has a still lot to contribute for India, Make in India, Digital India, everything. And particularly when nowadays the world has shrunk. We were just listening. Rabindranath Tagore, in one of his novel, Gare Bare, he thought that the world is in your hand. The fact remains, he might have visualized, but now the world is in our hand. A simple, telephone is our world. And the world to come, you see almost 40 billions, very soon, 40 billions of devices, they will be feeling each other, they will be sensing each other, they will be connecting each other, they will be talking to each other, and they will be making themselves intelligent. I don't know. This is something I have read. But Percy, I always think, I am a common man, and I view everything from a common angle, perspective of an average man, below average man. And one thing is required for all of us here to ponder. I do think technology per se cannot make us intelligent. Technology cannot make us intelligent. Though we feel with the help of technology that we have become intelligent, Google does not mean that we are the wisest persons. Google does not impart wisdom. So is technology per se is not something which makes us intelligent. Neither technology will be able to reduce what is called digital divide, digital inequality, or Matthew effect. Conscious effort would be required for doing all this. And here comes the responsibility of all of us. As such, the last line of Mahabharata talks about the whole this enterprise or endeavor. Whatever we do, we require combination of two elements. One is thought, and I see all the thought leaders sitting over here. But apart from thought, you require action. Actions are all I won't say backbencher people sitting over there who will be responsible for making your thought converted into reality, actions. And that says, that slok says, Yatra Yogeshwar Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara, Tatra Shri Vijay Bhutir, Dhurva Nitir Matir Mama. Here Krishna represents thought, Arjuna, action. You see, wherever there is a combination of thought and actions, there resides Shri, prosperity, wealth, and unwavering justice. This is my opinion. This is not my opinion, this is Vyas' opinion. And I think it is true. And this is what I wish this conference to be real confluence and combination of thought and actions. And I will end my thing with invocation of Rig Veda, let this earth be honey for all. Similarly, I would wish, let this conference be honey for all of us. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words of motivation and encouragement and extending continuous support to CDOT's R&D endeavors. May I now request Shri Subodh Kumar Gupta, Director General Telecom, Department of Telecommunications, Government of India, to address the audience on this momentous occasion.
Very good morning to you all, and I'm indeed very much pleased and privileged to be among the august gathering, and I thank CDOT for that. His Excellency Raymond Magis, Chargé d'Affaires European Union, Mr. Luis George Romero, Director General ETSI, my colleague Mr. Debatush Manna, Member Services, DOT, Mr. P.K. Sinhaji, Member Finance, Mr. Vipin Tyagi, distinguished guests, dignitaries, senior officers from DOT, BSNL, MTNL, ITI, TCIL, TEPC, TSDSI, and ITU, delegates from various telecom associations, CDOT manufacturers, CDOT staff, media, press, and CDOT employees, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to congratulate all CDOT staff members at both Delhi and Bangalore on this momentous occasion of 36th Foundation Day of CDOT. It's a matter of pride for a parent to see its offspring grow and win laurels not only nationally but internationally as well. Department of Telecom feels the same pride for its beloved child C. which was born 35 years ago. As the premier telecom R&D center of the Department of Telecom, Government of India, C. has excelled in its endeavor to design and develop effective and cost-effective competitive indigenous technologies for both rural and urban telecom networks of India. How C. changed the telecom landscape of India in the late 80s and early 90s is a well-known fact. India's telecom story, which took shape due to the framework provided by C. indigenous R&D, is a shining testament to how policy clarity, political conviction for reforms and private entrepreneurship can deliver outcomes within a decade. Over these years, C. has proven by taking up challenges and successfully delivered projects and products of national importance, both for the strategic sector like telecom security, as well as those which immensely benefit those in the bottom of the pyramid. The shining examples are CMS, the Centralized Monitoring System, which is a complex pan-India project of immense national importance, designed, developed, and successfully implemented at a very low cost. Second, C. indigenously developed GPON emerged as a clear winner amidst the fierce competition from big MNCs for powering the BharatNet, the government prestigious mission to extend high-speed broadband to village panchayats. It's worthy to mention that over 1.25 lakh village panchayats have already been brought on the connectivity grid of BharatNet. Third, C. has taken various initiatives to promote digital literacy and extend the reach of Digital India to the last mile, including the remotest and the most inaccessible villages. The Gyan Setu is one such product which opens the world of the internet to the low literate or illiterate villagers. Fourth, in the field of IoT, Internet of Things, where majority of the ecosystem players were busy developing proprietary vendor-locked IT products and solutions, C. took up the mantle to align itself with the global SDOs of the world like ETSI, TSDSI, TTA, and others to create one M2M, the global standard for IoT and M2M. It fills me with immense pride to tell you that C. has contributed close to 260 contributions to this global standard. The list goes on and on. It can be stated without doubt that the diversity of C. products is awe-inspiring. On one hand, we have high-capacity routers and switches, the complete NGN solution, next-generation PON, massive DWDM system, fiber fault localization system, LTE-A, 5G for the telcos. On the other hand, it has complete suite of Wi-Fi, M2M IoT, and artificial intelligence-based solutions. Network security and management solutions which can cater to many other sectors, including large enterprises, cities and defense sector, etc. C. has a tradition of conducting a lecture series and technical conference every year as part of its Foundation Day celebrations. This year, the technical conference is being jointly organized by C. and ETSI in association with TSDSI under the aegis of India-European Union ICT collaboration. Today, we would also witness the formal launch of not one or two, but 3 new innovative products of C. by Honorable Minister of State, Communication, Electronics and IT and HRD, who would be gracing this event in a short while. I once again welcome all the eminent guests and speakers and also the delegates for this conference on the 36th Foundation Day of C. Wish all C. staff a very successful and event year ahead. May C. scale greater heights of success not only nationally but also at the global scale. I also wish this international conference a resounding success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for inspiring all CDOTians to relentlessly continue to innovate for national development. May I now request Shri Debatosh Manna, Member Services, Digital Communications Commission, Government of India, to address the audience on this eventful day.
A very good morning to all of you. His Excellency Raymond Magis, Charge d'Affaires, European Union Delegation to India, Mr. Louis George Romero, Director General at Sea, Professor Paul Timmers, University of Oxford, Professor Harold Haas, University of Edinburgh, distinguished guests and dignitaries, senior officers from DOT, BSNL, MTNL, ITI, TCI, LTE, PC, TSDSI, ITU, delegates from various telecom associations and academia, CDOT manufacturers, CDOT staff, media, press, and CDOT employees, ladies and gentlemen. I feel extremely privileged being part of this inaugural session of CDOT Foundation Day. R&D is an important pillar of progression that constantly urges the community to innovate for the all-round development that benefits one and all. Having been closely associated with technology in various capacities, including the role of Senior Program Manager at CDOT, I am experiencing extreme delight in extending my heartiest wishes to CDOT on its 36th Foundation Day. CDOT, the Telecom R&D Center of Department of Telecommunications, Government of India, enjoys the distinction for ushering in an era of indigenous telecom revolution in the country. CDOT's rugged rural exchanges designed to work in the 80s and 90s in the extreme weather conditions are still operational in the rural hinterland. It is indeed incredible that these old TDM-based exchanges have been migrated to the IP-based NGN exchanges in the network in an extremely cost-effective and efficient manner. The backbone of the nationwide optical fiber network, BharatNet, is based on CDOT's indigenously designed GPON technology. CDOT's state-of-the-art routers of terabit and multi-terabit capacity, 80-channel DWDM system, and wireless solutions like Wi-Fi, 4G, LTE, M2M IoT, etc., can provide the digital infrastructure for building a robust and sophisticated communication network. CDOT has also been responsible for the execution of various projects of national and strategic importance where security is a critical concern. Today, CDOT has become one-stop destination for various innovative telecom solutions in the diverse areas of telecom covering optical communication, wireless communication, switching, M2M IoT, network, security and management, etc. It is remarkable that CDOT has a wide network of manufacturers and licenses from both public and private sector, including the MSMEs and startups, who are proliferating the penetration of CDOT's indigenous technologies in various national and strategic networks. This is a laudable step in the direction of realizing Make in India. CDOT has also been playing a key role in several other ambitious programs of the Government of India, including the Digital India, the Startup India, and the Smart Cities. In line with its tradition, this year too, CDOT is conducting a technical workshop and lecture series focused on the future of telecom technologies and 1M, 2M, the global standards of IoT, that is being organized with HC and TSDSI under the aegis of India-EU collaboration on ICT standardization. This is an ideal forum to learn from the diverse experiences of industry leaders, researchers and academicians from different parts of the world on various topics of extreme relevance, including Wi-Fi 6, Li-Fi and M2M standardization. It is an honor for all of us that the Honorable Minister of State Communications, Electronics and IT and HRD would be joining us shortly and formally launching CDOT's new products. I am quite confident that CDOT would continue to move towards this upward trajectory of growth by undertaking innovative endeavors towards meeting national objectives. I once again congratulate CDOT for stepping into the 36th year of glory and wish all CDOT staff a bright and successful future. I also wish tremendous success to this conference and the GB Mimangsi lecture series. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for your warm wishes and inspiring words of motivation and encouragement. Ladies and gentlemen, Shri Sanjay Shamrao Dhotre, Honorable Minister of State for Communications, Electronics and Information Technology, Human Resource Development, Government of India, would be joining us shortly. I request the audience to be seated till the time he arrives in the auditorium.
बस हाँ करेंगे क्या फोन का थोड़ा और डालो
किसी के भी एप्लीकेशन हम इसमें इसमें हमारी एप्लीकेशन है काफ़ी सारी और कुछ बाहर देखो तार देखो तार देखो
अरे तुम
मैं तो
समस्या है कैसे लेके
कट करो मनोज जी हो गया रोल कर लूँ हाँ
चलो आ गया
तीन है तीन आगे
बीच में पानी कोई फंस जाएगा थोड़ा सा एक सेकंड में उसका डालो केबल ज़्यादा बड़ी नहीं है
हाँ कोई बात नहीं
अच्छा आपकी वायर नहीं है
आगे रोल कर दो जो भी मिलेगा ले लेना बस
सर थोड़ा सा साइड करना पड़ेगा रास्ता क्लियर करना पड़ेगा
हाँ मेरे पास है। हाँ, हिला मत मुन्ना, हिला मत।
आ जाओ, घूमते जाओ।
ये ऑप्टिकल फाइबर के जरिए हम लोग घर घर में 10 गीगाबिट पर सेकंड जो हमारा टारगेट है 2022 का ये ये 10 गीगाबिट एक्सेस फॉर 10 गीगाबिट ये सिस्टम तो इसका मतलब है जहाँ दुनिया में जितना लोग पहुँचे हैं the director general of European Telecommunication Standard System. So, we are taking all the technical standardization. सेटअप बॉक्स दिखाइए
सर हाथ में थोड़ा
क्या है आप अगर तो आपको ये मोबाइल बैंकिंग होते हैं जैसे एक कार्ड होता है कार्ड अभी आते हैं ना वही सर्विस प्रोवाइडर का प्रोग्राम होते हैं आपको इसलिए आपने ये 33% जो है हमारा खुद का बनाया हुआ और इसको सर इससे क्या हुआ कि आदमी को ये जो है यूएस का वो भी कम इसका एक से बड़ी जो है बेकार हो गई सर ये जो है
सर हटना
10,000 केरला में कल परसों तो पूरा सिस्टम हमारा डिज़ाइन है और ये इन स्टेट में लगने वाला है सब स्टेट वाले SDM है हमारे पास में तो जिससे क्या होगा कि जब डिजास्टर होने के पहले सबके पास में अपना टेलीकॉम नेटवर्क से मैसेज चला जाएगा कि पहले ही बता देंगे कि आने वाला है फिर बता देंगे तो आदमी अगर सोया भी होगा तो भी वो तो पता लग जाएगा टेलीविजन में सब माइक तो डिजास्टर हाँ ब्रोशर का सेट बना के दीजिएगा सर ये हम लोगों ने चीज़ बनाया सर ये जो लॉन्च करने वाले हैं हम तो सर ये सेटेलाइट है लोकल इसके जरिए कनेक्ट हो जाता है और ये सोलर से चलता है ये सेटेलाइट इसके बाद में सारी सर्विसेज जितनी अपनी है ना लैंडलाइन की सर्विस है अपना वॉइस और IP की सर्विस मोबाइल के जरिए PBX के जरिए कनेक्ट है 11 लोग तो अभी हम 30 के लगभग हमको बहुत सर ये वाईफाई 6 करके आने वाला है 2 महीने पहले ही इसका स्टैंडर्ड कंप्लीट हुआ है तो अभी तक इसका स्टैंडर्ड बन के निकला है ये लेटेस्ट है 3 गीगाबिट पर सेकंड का वायरलेस के जरिए वाईफाई पे कनेक्टिविटी तो स्टैंडर्ड 2 महीने के अंदर हमने बना करके दिया अब इसको टीसी के बाद देने की चीज़ें हमने किया हुआ है। एक तो बलून पे टांग किया, ऊपर क्या है बलून वाला है। एक हमने इसको बांस के अंदर रखा है, बंदूक के अंदर हिंदुस्तान में बहुत होता है। तो वो पैकेजिंग के लिए हम करते हैं, बांस के अंदर तो वो बांस के अलावा एक क्या है, एक बड़ा रहता है, एक ध्यान रखना चाहते हैं इसका तो पहले जो हम करते हैं एक ये है कि 5 किलोमीटर में हम 4 हॉस्पिटल पाएंगे और 4 पे पूरा कवर हो जाएगा। 5 किलोमीटर 5 किलोमीटर हाँ, तो जी मल्टीपल आएगा ना, इसमें भी निकला हुआ मल्टीपल पूरा गाँव का।
इसमें कितने लोगों
सर ऐसा है कि बैकग्राउंड के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है। एक से हम करीब 50 किलोमीटर लोग एक पल से जो 5 लगाए हैं तो 250 लोग कम करंट डिपेंड करते हैं। उसके अलावा 1 से 11 लोग ये देखिए छोटा सा एकदम इसके अलग अलग वेरिएशन है। ये सर ये सबसे सस्ता है। ये चीज़ बनाए देखिए तो ये पूरा पीसी होता है ना, तो पीसीओ को पूरा सबमिट करके ये सब हो जाता है। इससे कूपन मिलता है और 2 रुपये का 5 रुपये का कूपन ले लीजिए और वाईफाई इस्तेमाल करिए। गाँव पर दुकान पे कहीं भी पीसीओ लगाइए और
गाँव में पूरा यूनिट अगर लगाएगा
सर हम लोगों ने भी दिया है तो सीधा का कॉस्ट है वो 50 है। बाकी सर्विस जो आ रहा है सर हम लोगों ने जैसे व्हाट्सएप है सब जगह लोग व्हाट्सएप करते हैं ना सर।
अरे अरे मैडम मैडम कहाँ
ये सिक्योर है और खुद का है, हमारा डेटा हिंदुस्तान में आता है। तो ये व्हाट्सएप है जितना हो गया उन सबका फोटो अपने आप आ जाता है। उसके अलावा जितना समाचार अपना चल रहा है लेटेस्ट वो समाचार ये टेलीकॉम से रिलेटेड सारे समाचार ऐसा चलता है। ये चलता है ये अपना हिंदुस्तान का व्हाट्सएप है पूरा। इसका हम लोग अभी हम लोग साथ में रहोगे और ये अभी अपना लाइव है परीक्षा गया तो ऑटो रिक्शा इस तरह से उसको हम हाइब्रिड वाले प्रोसेस आए आपको किधर भी आए जाए आपका अटेंडर लग जाएगा और ऊपर लगाया जाएगा तो पता लगेगा। ये सर एक ये बना रहे हैं जो ये अपना ITU का बिल्डिंग है जिनेवा की ITU की बिल्डिंग है अंदर बिल्डिंग पे कितना ज़्यादा उसके लिए डेवलप है क्योंकि ये बनाया था इसको अपना कैमरा दिखाइए तो ये पता कहा है अपने आप तो ये हम ITU में क्योंकि हम लोगों ने बहुत अलग तरीके हो गया सर। अभी ये एंटी का सिस्टम है 5G का अच्छा 4G से 5G को कैसे जाना
सर आप सामने आ जाएंगे अगर आप थोड़ा
एंड टावर के नीचे स्टॉल बनाया है उसका 5G अभी नहीं बनाया है तो 5G की तरफ जाएगा दिस हार्डवेयर ये हार्डवेयर और 5G
जा रहे अच्छा उधर हट कैमरा का पीछे करना भाई थोड़ा पीछे आ जाओ भाई साहब हल्का सा पीछे हो जाओ आपका शक्ल भी आ जाएगा ना
बस हल्का डालिए क्या फोन का थोड़ा और डालो
किसी के भी एप्लीकेशन इसमें हमारी एप्लीकेशन है काफ़ी सारी और कुछ देखो तार देखो
अरे तुम मैं तो समस्या है कैसे लेके कट करो मनोज जी हो गया
of New India as envisioned by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. We are extremely indebted to our Honorable Minister for sparing a quantum of his precious time out of his very busy schedule to be a part of this celebration. This year too, we are organizing a technical conference as part of the GB Mimamsi lecture series to deliberate upon the future of telecom technologies and 1M2M, the global standards for IoT M2M. The conference is being jointly organized by CDOT and European Telecommunications Standards Institute ETSI under the aegis of European Union funded project on India-EU cooperation on ICT-related standardization, policy and legislation in association with Telecommunications Standards Development Society, India. It's a well-established tradition in CDOT to welcome our guests with the potted saplings that symbolizes our commitment towards making our dwelling, Mother Earth, more clean and green. In sync with that green spirit, I would like to request Mr. Vipin Tyagi, Executive Director CDOT, to formally welcome Shri Sanjay Shamrao Dhotre, Honorable Minister of State for Communications, Electronics and Information Technology and Human Resource Development, Government of India. We extend a very warm and hearty welcome to you, sir. It's a defining ritual in our country to invoke the blessings of the Almighty at the auspicious start of an occasion, to steer us through the path of darkness and ignorance to the whole new world of wisdom and enlightenment. May I please request Mr. Vipin Tyagi, Executive Director CDOT, to please accompany our Honorable Minister along with our other guests and dignitaries on the dais for the lamp lighting ceremony. Let us offer our prayers to the God of light to always keep us treading on the continuous path of prosperity and development. May God give us strength to surmount all hurdles that impede our path to enlightenment. Let me now call upon Mr. Vipin Tyagi, Executive Director CDOT, to deliver the welcome address.
Honorable Minister of State, Shri Sanjay Shamrao Dhotre ji, I want to begin with the, thanking you for taking out the time, and I know for sure that you had 3 appointments, one after the other, and you have preponed your flight to come here, and you have also told your staff that you would want to be here in CDOT. So thank you very much, especially in absence of Honorable Ravi Shankar ji. It is indeed our pleasure, privilege, and we are grateful to you for making it here. Also, the dignitaries are all here, so I want to thank once again everybody for the presence. We already talked about the trends, we already talked about the program, so we'll continue the program. But I think I also said that we lost our previous former defense minister and the finance minister. So I think we would like to pay a 2-minute silence, homage to, Honorable late Shri Arun Jaitley ji. So can we all kindly get up? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for the product launch. It has been our constant endeavor at CDOT to develop cutting-edge technologies and innovative solutions that are very pertinent to addressing the issues and challenges that confront the communications backbone of the nation. The first one in the series is CDOT XGS-PON, that is 10G symmetrical passive optical network. With the exponentially rising demand of high-speed bandwidth triggered by the contemporary user and business trends based on the applications like online gaming, IPTV, HD video streaming, etc., and other cloud-based services, it becomes imperative to augment the existing infrastructure for effecting a smooth transition to this emerging dimension. CDOT XGS-PON is a cost-effective migration from its legacy GPON based on asymmetric 2.5 Gbps downlink, 1.25 Gbps uplink to symmetric 10 Gbps, both downlink and uplink, ideally suited to addressing this dearth of bandwidth. Additionally, it can coexist with GPON and holds a huge potential in the ambitious BharatNet project, guaranteeing the 10G speeds to the village panchayats. We shall now be playing a video clip showing the detailed description of CDOT XGS-PON.
सरकार की डिजिटल इंडिया की क्रांति को साकार करते हुए तथा राष्ट्रीय डिजिटल संचार नीति 2018 को क्रियान्वयन करने की दिशा में C-DOT का एक महत्वपूर्ण कदम है 10G सममित पॉन प्रणाली। C-DOT's developed 10 gigabit per second symmetric PON is a futuristic, state-of-the-art technology. This indigenous technology will empower the country's prestigious network, BharatNet, meeting the continuously rising demand in higher bandwidth and the requirements laid down in National Digital Communication Policy 2018. A mandate of 1 gigabit per second bandwidth at each Gram Panchayat by 2020 and 10 gigabit per second by 2022. XGS-PON technology enables the existing GPON network to be upgraded to 10 gigabit per second capable network, keeping existing fiber plant, the ODN part of BharatNet network the same. The block-level equipment GPON OLT will upgrade to XGS-PON OLT. C-DOT's XGS-PON OLT equipment is capable of connecting 12,288 households, assuring bandwidth as per NDCP 2018. It is also capable of meeting the future requirements of IoT and M2M deployment as well. With its built-in dynamic bandwidth adjustment feature, it will enable efficient utilization of the available bandwidth per fiber. XGS-PON can also be deployed in a ring architecture by deploying optical splitters and routing the optical fiber intelligently. C-DOT अपनी नई तकनीकियों से देश के टेलीकॉम सेक्टर की बेहतरी के लिए विभिन्न उद्देश्यों को साकार करने की दिशा में सदैव प्रयासरत एवं समर्पित है।
May I now request Shri Vipin Tyagi, Executive Director C-DOT, to escort our Honorable Minister and other dignitaries on the dais towards the product launch portal. Thank you, sir, for launching and dedicating to the service of the nation C-DOT XGS-PON. The next product in the series is CSAT-5, C-DOT's satellite Wi-Fi solution that aims to exploit the strengths of both wireless and satellite communications in an optimally efficient manner to extend seamless connectivity to the unserved areas like the remotest islands and the inhospitable hilly terrains. This innovative solution is ideally suited to reach out to the masses during the disasters and the emergencies. Furthermore, the solution does not require the expensive satellite phones and can work on any Wi-Fi enabled phone. We shall now be playing a video clip showing the detailed demonstration of CSAT-5.
कंपनी भी काम करने के लिए कहाँ भेज देती है यार। फोन में सिग्नल ही नहीं है, ना बात कर सकते हैं ना इंटरनेट यूज कर सकते हैं। काम करें तो कैसे करें? हेलो हेलो भैया 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 एक मिनट, यहाँ पर किसी से बात करने के लिए फोन मिल सकता है क्या?
हाँ है ना,
है?
आओ मेरे साथ।
अच्छा चलिए।
चाची, मोदी जी का मन की बात इंटरनेट पे आ गई है।
भैया एक बात बताइए, आपके गांव में ना तो कहीं टेलीफोन केबल है और ना इंटरनेट कनेक्शन, फिर आपके यहाँ ये सब सर्विस कैसे चल रही है?
सी डॉट सैटेलाइट वाईफाई से। इसने सारे काम आसान कर दिए हैं। इससे हम फोन कॉल कर सकते हैं और इंटरनेट चला सकते हैं। और सबसे कमाल की बात तो ये है कि ये सोलर सिस्टम से चलता है। आइए मैं दिखाता हूँ, ये देखिए।
अरे वाह, इस डिवाइस से पूरे गांव की किस्मत बदली जा सकती है भाई। लो भाई लो, मेरा फोन भी चालू कर दो।
अभी लीजिए।
सी डॉट सैटेलाइट वाईफाई एक ऐसा आधुनिक उपकरण है जिसमें टेलीकॉम और इंटरनेट सर्विस प्रोवाइडर जैसे सीएससी और बीएसएनएल की मदद से सैटेलाइट द्वारा स्थानीय लोगों को वाईफाई के माध्यम से टेलीफोन और इंटरनेट की सेवाएं दी जा सकती हैं। स्थानीय लोग जैसे वीएलई पुराने समय के पीसीओ की तरह ही इस सिस्टम के द्वारा पीडीओ लगाकर कम लागत में अपने कमाई का साधन शुरू कर सकते हैं। लद्दाख और लक्षद्वीप जैसी जगह जहां टेलीफोन लाइंस पहुंचना मुश्किल है, वहां सी डॉट सैटेलाइट वाईफाई बहुत उत्तम है। ये अफ्रीका और एशिया के साथ आसियान और सीएमएलवी जैसे देशों के लिए भी बहुत उपयुक्त है, जो लागत प्रभावी है और लगाने में इतना आसान है कि पहाड़ी इलाकों और समुद्री द्वीपों पर भी लगाया जा सकता है। ये बाढ़ग्रस्त और भूकंप प्रभावित इलाके में भी बहुत उपयोगी है। इसरो के बढ़ते कदमों के कारण सी डॉट ने अपनी तकनीक को विकसित किया और सैटेलाइट वाईफाई की मदद से ग्रामीण इलाकों को बाकी दुनिया से जोड़ने में मदद की। ये एनडीसीपी 2018 के उद्देश्य को पूरा करने में सहायक है और डिजिटल भारत के दृष्टिकोण को एक नई राह प्रदान करता है, जिससे ग्रामीण लोग कैशलेस ट्रांजैक्शन, ऑनलाइन टिकटिंग, भीम ऐप, आयुष्मान भारत, चिकित्सा और कृषि जैसे अनेकों सुविधाओं का उपयोग कर सकते हैं। इस सैटेलाइट वाईफाई की तकनीक से भारत के लाखों ग्रामीणों के चेहरों पर एक नई मुस्कान का संचार होगा और इस मुस्कान के प्रति दृढ़ता और प्रतिबद्धता का प्रतीक है सी डॉट।
May I now request Shri Vipin Tyagi, Executive Director CDOT, to escort our Honorable Minister and other dignitaries on the dais towards the product launch portal. Sir. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in the formal launch of CSAT-5 by Honorable Minister of State for Communications, Electronics and Information Technology and Human Resource Development, Government of India. Thank you, sir, for launching and dedicating to the service of the nation CSAT-5. CDOT's next innovation is CISTB, that is, CDOT's interoperable set-top box and conditional access system CAS, that will surely transform the experience of the cable TV customers in a big way. Currently, the dissatisfied customers of cable TV often feel reluctant in switching to other operators due to the recurring costs of the new equipment and its subsequent installation. CISTB, that is based on a smart card like a mobile SIM, offers a high degree of ease and convenience to the users to avail services from the operator of their choice, without bothering about the underlying costs. It is likely to be a great relief to the customers, just like the mobile number portability. We shall now be playing a video clip showing the elaborate illustration of CISTB and CAS. May I now request Shri Vipin Tyagi, Executive Director CDOT, to escort our Honorable Minister and other dignitaries on the dais towards the product launch portal. Thank you, sir, for launching and dedicating to the service of the nation CDOT's interoperable set-top box, CISTB. CDOT has been globally engaging with industry, academia, and consortia to undertake various collaborative R&D endeavors with an intent to explore the newly emerging dimensions of telecom firmament. In the furtherance of this initiative, CDOT has joined hands with the University of Edinburgh's Li-Fi Research and Development Centre, housed within Edinburgh School of Engineering, to enable future cooperation in the general field of visible light communication and light fidelity Li-Fi. This seems to be the most opportune moment to formally establish this relationship between CDOT and the University of Edinburgh. I would like to request Mr. Tanay Krishna, Registrar and Head Marketing CDOT, and Ms. Amrita Sadarangani, Regional Director, University of Edinburgh's South Asia Centre, to please come on the dais for the formal exchange of MOU between CDOT and the University of Edinburgh. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in the formal exchange of MOU between CDOT and the University of Edinburgh in the field of visible light communication and Li-Fi. We wish this association between CDOT and the University of Edinburgh an astounding success. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a privilege to have in the midst of us His Excellency Raymond Margus, Chargé d'Affaires, European Union Delegation to India. Sir, may I request you to address us all on this eventful day.
A wonderful good morning to you. Honorable Minister of State for Telecom, Information Technology and Human Resources Development, Shri Sanjay, Shamrao, Dhotre, secretaries, ladies and gentlemen. It's really a great pleasure for me to be speaking here at this occasion to you. I have to confess I'm not really an expert on all these abbreviations and acronyms that you might be citing at such ease, but nevertheless, coming from a more general policy view, I very much understand the tremendous importance of the things that you are doing and also the things that you're actually discussing today. Let me join also all my colleagues here on the dais to congratulate our host CDOT on its 36th Foundation Day. And you have been actually at the heart of the reform and the modernization of the telecom sector in the past decades. And I know that you will play a very important role also in Digital India, Make in India in the years to come. It is a particular pleasure for me also to speak here at this event, which has been jointly organized by CDOT, TSDSI, and ETSI. It means a lot in terms of achievement of what India and Europe and the European Union are doing together in that field. Let me highlight a little bit the tremendous importance of this cooperation that is currently taking place between India and the European Union. The European Union is the biggest trading partner of India. It's the biggest investor. It is more than 6,000 companies of the EU are, like some of them are leaders in their particular niche, and world market leaders, are investing here in India, creating more than 1.7 million jobs, skilled jobs directly, and more than 5 million jobs indirectly through their investments. All that is very much focusing around technology, information technology, digitalization, and the internet. We are a very, very important partner, and we like to think of a crucial partner for India and to realize its own vision for modernization, for digitalization, for realizing the dream of the Indian people. This very strategic or very important partnership that has been created over the years has also been recognized by our political leadership. It was only at the last EU-India summit in 2017 where actually the Honorable Prime Minister Modi and the political leadership of the European Union, the Presidents Tusk and Juncker, agreed on a strategic vision how to further take this partnership. And I am very happy that ITC and Internet and all the issues around standardization play a very, very important and crucial role around that. Standardization is a very, very important part of that cooperation. Standardization is about creating a level playing field. It's about facilitating innovation. It's about making this sector more efficient. It's about creating opportunities. It's about creating very much the world of tomorrow. And that's why I'm so happy that this partnership between the European Union and India is really a very, very special one. It is marked by trust. It is marked by very intensive cooperation, and is very much marked also by a dialogue happening on all levels. Policy level, business to business, research and innovation, universities, think tanks. It is a very rich, very, very broad cooperation that has emerged. We from the European Union, and that is EU institutions, and we have quite a few of them, as well as all our member states, are very happy that we have been able to support the very important modernization process here in India in the field of standardization and digitalization through a number of projects. One very important one, which is also connected to this project, to this event here, is actually one between the telecom standards bodies in the European Union and in India, where we talk about machine-to-machine communications, future networks, and 5G. I'm particularly happy that when it comes to M2M standardization, that we are paving the way for the digital revolution and things that will come all our way in the many sectors where this technology plays a crucial role. This is everything from space to agriculture, from science, from medicines, from universities and education. We are working together also in one sector which is quite important, which is smart cities. And I would like to mention also here the very important cooperation that we have just launched together with the French Agency for Development, AFD, in the City Investments to Innovate, Integrate and Sustain program. Only in September, actually 17th and 18th September, we will launch the Urban Forum, where we again will discuss practical applications for digitalization, where standardization is going to play a very, very important role. Later this month, we will also have a joint working group where, again, on a government-to-government level, we're going to talk about standards, where we're going to talk about how to take this topic and this collaboration even further. I'm particularly happy that we have managed to establish such a good collaboration between the various ministries in India and the institutions in Europe. And I would like to thank the Honourable Minister very much also for his leadership and his commitment to take these things even further. Let me conclude by saying that I believe what we have here is very much a long-term collaboration. I would really like to stress the strategic importance of that. The European Union is a trusted partner, is a loyal partner for India, and we are very much committed in the long run to help you, to bring your dreams in this field to reality. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your enlightening perspectives for India-EU cooperation in different areas. Ladies and gentlemen, finally comes the moment we all have been eagerly waiting for. May I request Shri Sanjay Shamrao Dhotre, Honorable Minister for Communications, Electronics and Information Technology, and Human Resource Development, Government of India, to please address us on this very eventful day.
His Excellency Raymond Maggie's Charity Affairs European Union Delegation to India, Shri Luis George Romero, DG ETSI, Professor Paul Timmers, Oxford University, Professor Harold Haas, Edinburgh University, joining through Videocon, senior officers from DOT, BSNL, MTNL, ITI, TCIL, TEPC, TSDSI, ITU, Mr. Richard Homer, Deputy British High Commissioner, delegates from Scottish Embassy, delegates from various telecom associations, academia, CDOT manufacturers, Shri Vipinji Tyagi, Executive Director CDOT, eminent technologists from the field of telecommunications, over-enthusiastic CDOTicians, and all employees of CDOT, media, press, and all the dignitaries present here. I welcome all of you. CDOT today completes 35 successful years of facilitating the lives of millions of urban and rural people in India by providing maximum telecom facilities in minimum possible time. It is heading with grit and grace towards the 36th milestone, offering many more innovative and even more useful solutions to make India a digitally empowered India, dream of our Pradhan Mantri ji, Shri Narendra ji Modi. I wish CDOT many more successful and satisfying years to come. CDOT has been central to many initiatives taken by government for transforming India. Under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Bhai Modi, India is taking big steps in telecom sector. Digital India is the dream of our Honorable Prime Minister, and CDOT is very crucial in successful realization. The government has streamlined the policy frameworks enabling the telecom sector to innovate, create, and build new products. Digital India design in Make in India, Startup India, and very much initiatives taken by the government. These policy changes have been enabling many sectors, especially the telecom and space. With the successful launches of many satellites, India is creating history in the field of satellite technology. And CDOT's CSAT-5 will empower Indian public, especially in rural and remote areas. Telephone and Wi-Fi facilities will be available in all corners of the country through CSAT-5 on any mobile phone. I can foresee that very soon CSAT-5 will bring people in remote areas to mainstream by connecting them through satellites where fiber is difficult to be laid and internet is not available nearby. CDOT has helped in spreading the benefit to people of India through its solutions and technologies. CDOT empowered the rural India by taking telephones in 80s through RAXEs, and now it is taking data services to every Gram Panchayat with its GPON technology under the ambitious BharatNet project, thus empowering and strengthening the Gram Panchayats who are celebrating 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhiji this year. Completion of this ambitious project will be a real tribute to Mahatma Gandhiji, who had dreamed of self-reliant Indian village. Focusing on the future, we are committed to providing Wi-Fi in all the villages through GramNet with connectivity between 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps speed. BharatNet also plans to provide 1 Gbps connectivity, which can be expanded up to 10 Gbps. CDOT's XGS PON launched just now will help in great way to achieve this. India is one of the biggest data consumers, and this is going to increase further. To cope up with these increased requirements, our telecom network will also need new technologies. CDOT will have to work towards achieving this. In achieving this, CDOT manufacturers will also need to keep pace with the requirements, and this will also see how maximum indigenous content, cost-effective manufacturing process are used. The dream of building India or Bharat Nirman cannot be fulfilled without indigenous technology and indigenous manufacturing. Therefore, I expect that all the CDOTicians will work tirelessly and selflessly to give indomitable momentum to Indianization. I wish that you dream big and deliver even bigger, and together we will build a Shrestha Bharat, Sundar Bharat, Swachh Bharat. With all this, I thank you all, and with best wishes, I conclude my speech. Jai Hind, Namaskar.
Thank you, sir, for your warm wishes and kind words of motivation and encouragement. We once again extend our sincere thanks and heartfelt gratitude to you for gracing this occasion with your esteemed presence. We CDOTians express our deepest assurances that we would continue to innovate and dedicate our R&D endeavors for meeting the overarching objectives of national development. Let me now request Mr. Vipin Tyagi, Executive Director CDOT, to present a token of thanks and gratitude to Shri Sanjay Shamrao Dhotre, Honorable Minister of State for Communications, Electronics and Information Technology and Human Resource Development, Government of India. We thank you, sir, for your esteemed presence at the event. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall now have a tea break for 20 minutes, and we shall reassemble here for the next session.